Welcome to Insta Chat with the journalist. My name is Andile, aka the journalist DJ, and I represent a dance music culture platform called thejournalistdj.com. And today we have a special guest. I say special because we normally have house music artists, but today we have a rapper. And the reason why we have a rapper on is that, I was just inspired by her story whereby she just signed a deal with Cruz Vodka, and it's a different deal whereby, it's not just the brand giving her a lump sum upfront. What they're actually doing is that they are giving her splits of the profit for every bottle sold, for every Cruz Vodka bottle sold. That is the Manhattan Blossom, I believe, that is going to be sold, throughout Africa. So yeah, man, we just had technical issues, but now we're back. I see MOOZLIE there. Let's try this again and see if it works this time. So yeah, the interview won't be long. It's going to be 10 minutes or so because it is, a holiday. So there we go.
Awesome.
MOOZLIE, I know we don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to get to it, man. I remember the year was 2012, and, we were at a club called Taboo, and, you were very nervous that day because, you were top three. It was you, Nomzamo, and Naledi. And that day you were crowned the MTV VJ search winner. And I believe, your life changed. So now my question is, looking back, at that night and looking at where you are today, is the media industry what you thought it would be?
I won't lie. I think my perceptions of the media industry initially were based on a very superficial understanding of what the industry really was. I feel like a lot of people who want to get into the entertainment industry, they want to get into what they like about the industry. And it was exactly the same for me because all I wanted to do was be on Yo TV. Then I got to a point where now I'm too old to be on Yo TV, so what can I do next? So, I mean, I am life 100% definitely there, but there is a whole other beast, a whole other machine that people don't know about, which I am now definitely aligning myself into, especially with all of the business moves that I'm making. So, my answer to that question would be yes and no, but mainly no.
Okay, well put. And obviously you killed it, you were on MTV, you started hosting a lot of gigs, you really did well for yourself over the years. Then you surprised us again when you mentioned that now you want to get into the music game. And I remember it was March 2015.
You've got all the dates, hey?
Yeah, I'm a journalist. I've been following you,
I love
and
it.
yeah, and I remember it was the Access event in Newtown. Now, prior to this, there was a lot of talk, about you getting into the music game. And, it was announced that you're going to be on stage for the very first time. I was there in the crowd and, you got on stage. I believe you performed with Kid X.
Yes.
Now, at that moment, you were more than just a TV presenter. Now you're an artist. How was that moment like for you being in front of the stage for the very first time? I mean, on the stage for the first time.
Oh my gosh, it was very exhilarating. Also, what was crazy is that we were opening for Ray Shrimid, which was hectic because they were big at the time. They had just dropped that album. Eardrummers, Mike Will made it. Like they were really, really big. So this was a big deal for me. Also, because Cash Time had already established themselves as a movement. People already had a lot of respect for Kid X. So it was just like, yo, don't come in here and fuck this shit up. Do you know what I mean? And what I remember about that moment was Lala Hirayama, if I'm not mistaken, was hosting the show. And she was just backstage giving me the same normal energy. And everybody that I was interacting with at the time was just being the same. It wasn't like this big, hectic moment of like, this big thing is going to happen. So it just reminded me that I need to bring the same energy, the same confidence, just the same sense of knowing that I'm going to kill this, because I was coming from a space where every time I stepped up for something, I knew I was going to kill it, whether I was hosting a press conference, whether I was hosting at Zone 6, whether I was doing an MTV show, whatever. I always had that confidence that, like, I'm going to fucking kill this shit. So I had to have that same confidence in that moment. And shout out to Kid X, because he never ever made me feel like when usasenyula sporty, like I'm the one who's in control of this whole situation. He really just trusted me to be myself, and that same confidence that I had on that day is the same confidence that I have to take into every new thing that I do, because it just is what it is, and you are the same person. It doesn't matter if something is new, you are still the same person that has all those abilities that God still loves and trusts. So yeah, man, you can just always do your thing.
And a lot has happened since then, but because time is running out now. Looking now at what you're doing now, you're making big moves. Normally, people want money from a deal when they sign with brands. They want their big lump sum upfront and all that, and whatever happens happens. But your deal with Cruz, Vodka is unique. And can you just share, for those who don't know, what makes this deal special?
Oh, I think first of all, just in terms of touching on what you said, people always want that big lump sum in the beginning. But one thing I can tell you about the lump sum and nemali in general, iyaphela. Like, money finishes, and nine times out of 10, the money will be finished before the deal is even announced. That's how fickle these deals are. That's how crazy these deals are that we get into. And I just, I know the power of my voice beyond who I am as MOOZLIE, the brand or whatever. I just know that as a young Black creative, I have a very important voice that it doesn't only help people for now, but for what it will be in a few years' time. And like, I'm all about that. Like, everybody that I'm surrounded by, whether it's a Keenan, whether it's a Zinke, whether it's a Pearl, whether it's whoever, like, everybody is just on a mission of trying to do something that has their name on it. I mean, I don't have children yet, but if I can't do something that's going to benefit my children, there's no point in me doing it. Like, honestly, there's no point in me doing it. So this cruise deal is really, really monumental. It's not the first time that the brand has done it. Obviously, they did it first with AKA and the watermelon. But I'm the first female that they've brought on, which is a very, very big deal, and I'm super excited about it. And beyond me just being the face of the brand, I'm actually a brand partner, in the sense that the equity that I bring to the table in terms of my face, in terms of my name, in terms of my creativity and my IP, it's a little bit difficult to like put next to what Cruz has to do in terms of making the bottles, making the liquid, marketing or whatever. But I bring something to the table. And I think that's what young creators need to learn, is that although you may not have the capital, you've got the capital. You've got the capital. And you've got the capital. And the capital. Do you know what I mean?
Wow, I
So
feel you.
yeah, you have to bring all of that to the table. So this is a very, very big deal. It's not even just in South Africa or Southern Africa, it's the entire African continent. And what's exciting about my cruise deal is that this is a brand new flavor that was developed just for South Africa. So if it does well in this African market, I'm gonna be out in New York, I'm gonna be out in London, they're gonna like take me everywhere. So what's great about this is like it's very dependent on me as a creative bringing my best foot to the table, but also like consumers. You guys are partners too. Like, I literally need everybody to go out there and buy this bottle, because that's what's gonna make us successful. So like, Cruz is amazing, super forward thinking. They're not like backwards. They don't sell work as opportunity. They don't sell like, and that's one thing that I'm very big on. Like, don't ask me to work and then tell me you're giving me an opportunity. Nah. Because if you could have done it yourself, you would have done it yourself, but you know that you couldn't. That's why you had to get me to come and do it. Do you know what I
Wow.
mean? So they really understand that. The initial contract that we signed is 2 years, which I think is, some people might be like, only 2 years, but if you know these contracts, like contracts can be as short as 3 months. And if they're long, they're a 1 year. So this contract that we signed is 2 years, which is very, very exciting for me. I'm getting a profit share. So every single bottle sold, just know that if you go into the shop and buy a bottle, I'm getting money in my pocket. And that's a very, very, very big deal. So it's something I'm extremely proud of. But beyond trying to like use the brand for myself, you know, me and Smudo are trying to just figure out ways to integrate the brand into the culture outside of me, because the Manhattan Blossom flavor exists outside of MOOZLIE. So we're looking at cool things to do in the summer, just to like the same way Cruz invested in me, I want us to use the brand to invest into other people. So it's really dope. I'm literally having to become a vodka merchant, which is crazy because I have very little experience in the alcohol business. If I do, it's just been on the marketing and content creator side. So now it's deeper. It's like sales. It's like concept creation beyond just like posting the picture. It's like come up with the picture, book the person who's going to set the design, speak to the photographer. I mean, like it's really, really on another level. And I'm up for the challenge, man. I'm very excited about it.
Wow. Look, sounds like an amazing deal. Last question. So, are you going to be using this partnership, to integrate it with your music or your presenting? Are there or can you talk about that, or is there still stuff that's in the pipeline that you can talk about?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we have planned. We really want to do the fashion thing. I think because that's how my relationship with Cruz initially started. A lot of people think MOOZLIE, aka Cruz, which is true. Like, shout out to Keenan because we are family, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to do this without him. But I've been a friend of the Cruz brand for years. I've been going to their fashion week parties, unpaid. And that's been like, a lot of the times, you just have to do things and you don't even know why the fuck you're doing certain things, but eventually they pay off. I think like twice a year I would go to a Cruz event dressed in a designer that they would hook me up with. So we're very big on the fashion thing. So we want to explore that. But I think we just really want to bring the female voice into the brand. And the thing is, female voices are so diverse. It's not just about music. It's not just about fashion. It's not just about whatever. It's everything. So now that we're coming into the summer season, I really want to make the brand a stakeholder in the culture. But I know that that would happen beyond me. So we're working, I'd like, it's still very much in the working stages. Nothing is finalized, but we're working with like new promoters. We're working with new like venue owners. Like we want it to be a situation where you can go to an event and it's sponsored by Manhattan Cherry Blossom. MOOZLIE doesn't have to be on the lineup, but we know that it's happening in those spaces. You know, we're building the brand. It's about the brand as much as it's about me and the partnership of MOOZLIE and the brand. There's a lot of exciting things that they're going to do for me. But with me and the brand, it's easy because we're friends. We've been together for a while. If we want to grow this thing, we have to like invest into other spaces. And that's the mission of like my team internally that I've built up, like in terms of me, Smuda, Kayla, who's the brand manager at Cruz, Rachel, you know, like we really just want to make sure that this thing is a thing that lives and breathes outside of MOOZLIE, because that's how I will really benefit from it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, and I know you're very passionate about the culture, and I think this deal, is gonna do amazing, not just for you, but everybody that looks up to you. And yeah, man, congratulations, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I
you. You
wish
know
you
what?
as
I'm
much
actually
time.
out right now, but I'm at Bold in Morningside, and they let me come into the office to come and do this live real quick. So shout out to Bold. I'm so glad I took the time because this was a dope chat.
Yeah, No, man. Look, I think we obviously will chat more in the streets when I see you. But thank you so much, and congratulations once again. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, and enjoy the rest of your Heritage Day, ne?
Thank you. Guys, I'm gonna tell you a secret. If you ever
Yeah,
see
tell
me
me a
out,
secret.
just know I've always got like a little bottle of like Manhattan Blossom with me, just
Yeah.
for like a shot. Like I'll pour it out of the bottle because I'm the Blossom boss. I don't want any mistakes. So I'm gonna do a shot to you. Cheers to
Uh,
everybody that's watching.
Thank you. I'm gonna do a show when I get home because I've got a bottle at home.
I need to see a picture with the babushka.
I'll send you one. I'll send you one.
You better. Thank
All
you so
right.
much, guys. I appreciate the love.
Okay. Thank you. Good night. Sharp, sharp.
Bye.